Welcome back to Top 5 Scary. I'm your host, Kyle McWaters.
And I'm your host, Taylor Smith.
Dude, this Baba Vanga is horrifying and terrifyingly accurate. You know she predicted us doing this collab together today.
Really?
Yeah, on the day.
No, she didn't.
No. However, here's the Top 5 Scary Baba Vanga predictions you should pray don't come true.
Dear Sweet Granny Vanga had a prediction for just about everything. Is Vanga's prediction that by 2088, the Earth will be exposed to a new strain of virus, unlike any other experience before, allegedly capable of aging a human being in a matter of seconds. That's not known how the virus spreads or manifests, just that once you're infected, you'll age up rapidly, and the next thing you know, you'll be in a retirement castle. Sounds very useful if you're trying to get into an R-rated movie as a kid, and horrifying under literally any other context. Now, if Vanga's prediction is already making your hair go prematurely gray, you should know that she also predicted by the year 2046 that humans would live well past 100 with a combination of organ transplants and cybernetic parts, so maybe aging up isn't that big a deal. Maybe by then, technology will have advanced enough and we can just flip a switch and age back down like Benjamin Button. At least we've got upwards of the next 60 years to get a handle on this. Allegedly, by the year 2097, the disease is eradicated. Or maybe we can all just improve our skincare routines a little bit. I hear removing wrinkles does wonders to reverse the aging process.
Number 4, aliens. As always, if you dig what we do here on Top 5 Scary, make sure to hit that like button or comment down below which prediction she said that's got you shook. Vangelia has hit the nail on the head a couple of times now, huh? Why aren't there more people talking about her? We need some Netflix budget original movies about her, people. Let's go. It's scary to think that beyond the grave, there have been people throughout our history who still continue to defy the odds. She's the Nostradamus of our time. Well, apparently she's called a couple things beyond our galaxy as well, and recently, quote, the invasion of Earth by aliens with the arrival of an asteroid. Yeah, she just called that. I got about 46 hours last night on Reddit alone of aliens zipping around our atmosphere, but she's specific. She added asteroids into the mix. The blind mystic alleged that an asteroid named Oumuamua would be sent by aliens to seek life out on planet Earth. Well, it just so happens there, Baba, that Avi Loeb at the University of Harvard and the Galileo Project, yeah, they're convinced themselves as well. And remember that rock anomaly that buzzed through our orbit and then out again in 2017? Again? Yeah, like nobody's talking about this. How did she predict the name though? Like, can we get a deep dive on that? Is that true? She also predicts that by 2130, all civilizations will learn how to live underwater with the help of aliens. In other words, we're sending underwater probes to Europa next year, so I don't know, maybe? Baba Vanga smack dab in 2023 predicts that somehow the Earth's orbit will, quote, change. I mean, if we do that, the planet will be a total cataclysm, but maybe she was talking about NASA's DART program that just smashed into an asteroid like last week?
In the year 2111, Vanga predicts that we will start to cast off the weakness of our flesh and embrace the strength and certainty of steel to claim the purity of the blessed machine. Yes, of course, Vanga speaks to the Omnissiah and says that in the next century, technology and medical science will have advanced so sufficiently that humanity will become more mechanical than organic, which could take a little adjusting. Might want to watch yourself shaking hands if the guy you're shaking hands with has a titanium alloy with a hydraulic piston grip. Now, maybe I'm in a minority here, but this is actually a prediction I can very much get down with. I have been wanting cybernetic parts for pretty much as long as I can remember. I would probably redo all of this and chip in as much as possible. It goes in line with Vanga's prediction of humanity living to unreached life expectancy and achieving wondrous strides in science and technology. Of all of Vanga's many predictions, this one seems the most likely to me. I mean, we're already making such incredible leaps in prosthetic technology. Things like a cybernetic hand, which once seemed like something out of Star Wars make-believe, but in the last decade, we've already seen advancements in the field of prosthetics, like limbs that move and ambulate like any other limb, controlled by the brain. And even recently, scientists and specialists have started to make progress on cybernetic hands capable of feeling touch, responding to heat. It's more likely than not that by the year 2111, like she outlined, we will start to see implants like that commonplace. Of course, who's to say what kind of new social problems that'll cause? Cybernetic discrimination? Ethics debates? All I know is that if we are going to start enhancing ourselves and mechanically alternating ourselves, I definitely want in immediately.
Number 2, washed up. Yeah, so again, the Long Island medium has got nothing on Baba Vanga. Speaking of Long Islands, some are disappearing and some are being created as we speak right now. Hurricane Ian is absolutely devastating the South right now, blasting all kinds of mess through the Golden Coast. Tsunamis and flooding is one of Baba Vanga's more worrying predictions though, as she has predicted a cataclysmic tsunami that would strike this year. Yeah. Thanks for the heads up, I guess? Baba is said to have first warned the world of a deadly 2004 tsunami that unfortunately took more than 200,000 lives in Southeast Asia. She then said to have warned of a similar cataclysmic event in the future in 2021, quote, "Difficult times will come, people will be divided by their faith, we are witnessing devastating events that will change in fate the destiny of our humanity," end quote. That just sounds like a Michael Bay movie summary. This tsunami prediction was said to hit in 2020, then 2021. Are we just late with all these floods down south right now on the calendar-wise? Like, did we forget a leap year here or there? What's going on? Satellite images from the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration showed beach houses, cottages, even hotels on the shores of Florida that had been demolished by flooding waters. Hit the Carolinas, Virginia, Florida, Cuba, Puerto Rico. More than 2,000 people have since been rescued, according to Florida's emergency, as a Category 4 hurricane with winds of 150 miles an hour. The National Guard, the Coast Guard, they're both working together right now. Ian is expected to slowly weaken this week as it heads inland to the north, but supposed to bring heavy rain and flooding to the mid-Atlantic. A flood watch is now in effect for a large portion of the south. Does it say anywhere that we make it out of this mess? Fires, floods, aliens, like give us a place to donate, would you?
Our number one spot for the scariest prediction by Baba Vanga is, well, the outright end of the universe. That's kind of a hard one to top. Now don't run to the calendar just to check yet how long we've got left, because some good news is that even if Baba Vanga is correct, it won't happen in your lifetime, or your kid's lifetime, or your grandkid's lifetime, or your great-grandkid's lifetime. With Vanga predicting that the end of all of this and everything is going to happen around the year 5709. So we got a long way off to go before that happens. Before the curtains close on this whole existence thing, Vanga predicts that things are going to get pretty wild before the end. Apparently by the year 5706, our knowledge of the stars will be so vast that we'll be able to chart the entire known universe right to the edge of the galaxy. A few years later, in the year 5078, Vanga predicts that we're going to try and venture out past the Milky Way to see what else there is in our ever-expanding cosmos, and try to explore outside of our galaxy. Now, allegedly 60% of the human population volunteers to brave the new frontier past Andromeda, while the remaining 40% feel pretty comfortable in this universe and elect to stay at home. I'm probably the same way, to be honest. If I'm still ticking around 5078, I'm probably just gonna stick around here. This universe has all my stuff in it. Vanga interestingly didn't specify how it would end. I guess some things have to be left up for surprises. I wouldn't want the ending spoiled anyway. Just that in 5709, it would be the end of human civilization and the Earth as we know it. It's stressful, definitely, but at least it's not happening for a little bit, you know? We've got some time to plan.
Hey, we hope you enjoyed that video. I've been your host, Kyle McWaters.
And I've been your host, Taylor Smith.
As always, stay spooky, everybody.
So was that all real? Is that actually happening?
Yes, we need to run.